Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Nate's Pink Bookshelf. My name is Nate Denise for those of you who are new to the channel or who just happened to stumble across this video. And today's video, the title says, it's going to be my book of the month November unboxing. Now, I was going to save my November box and just open it with December and make it November and December, but I don't feel like waiting. I'm going to put these books on the shelf because I have been trying to reorganize and recatalog all of my books into this app that I use to keep my books cataloged. But yeah, I have my box for November here. If you want to see all of my other unboxings and all the books that I picked for book of the month, just click the go to that video. But if you don't know what book of the month is basically a online book subscription box in which you can pay $14.99 for one brand new hardcover book. And it can be an early release, a back release, a re-release, a debut release, whatever the case may be. They have plenty of books to choose from, and it's specially printed by book of the month with your logos, and the font is a lot larger most of the times than regular book font. And the hardcover books are a lot taller, which I don't mind at all. They don't bother me, but it does tend to bother some people. I used to have a book of the month shelf. If you want to see that, click the eye. I don't have that kind of shelf anymore. I just threw all of my books where they go. I'm debating on redoing that shelf because I kind of miss looking at all of my book of the month books together. Something about redoing that shelf, but I have way too many book of the month books to do that now, so yeah. But yeah, you pay $14.99 for a hardcover book. It's a brand new hardcover book, and they basically pick 5 books every month as like their it books. So you have books that they can be mystery, thriller, romance, contemporary, historical fiction, literary fiction, YA fantasy, adult fantasy, memoirs, any type of thing. They pick 5 for the month, and those are like their 5 books of the month. And then they also add 5 additional books as like add-ons. So the way they do it is you pick one of their 5 book of the months, and if you don't want it, what you can do is either you can skip for the month if you don't want to pay for it, if you didn't like any of the books, or you can choose one of their favorites, and it's basically they'll pick 5 favorites from their favorite section, and you have the option of picking one of those. And then you have the option of doing 2 add-ons for $9.99 each. So you're paying anywhere from $15 to $35 for 1 to 3 brand new hardcover specialty printed books from book of the month for debut novels, early release novels, and things like that. And I think it is such an epic service. I love book of the month so much. I enjoy them. And I highly recommend you guys check it out. So if you're interested, I will leave my link down below. You guys can use it and check out book of the month. It's an epic service. I've been using it now for almost a year, 2 years maybe. And I love the service. It's awesome. But we're gonna get into my books. Of course, I went with 3 books. I always tend to go with 3 books, just because I feel like I'm getting more bang for my buck. I mean, 3 books for $35. $35 is the price of like a Brandon Sanderson hardcover. And if you think I'm lying, I have this copy of Oathbringer right here. This one is $35. Hardcover copy of Oathbringer for $35. I did not pay $35 for this book though, luckily. I caught this when they were having a sale. I think I paid like $10 for this book. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're just gonna leave it there. Put that book there. But yeah, so when you open it up, on the top, I have my bookmark is white, of course. It says book of the month on it, and then it says leave me to my books. I love their book of the month bookmarks. I do. There's no rhyme or reason. I like them. They're nice. But yeah, so I love the books that I got for the month. I got a mix, I think. Yeah, this month I definitely went with a mix of different books. So I have 2 back releases, if you will, and then I definitely have a book of the month for this month, because I was super excited about this. I've heard so many people rave about it, and the cover itself is gorgeous. I'm here for it. This book is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, and it is a YA fantasy sort of retelling of Romeo and Juliet set in the 1920s in Shanghai, and I'm so here for it. Many people have been talking about this, and this cover is everything to me. I love the cover so much, and I'm excited. So it says the year is 1926. Shanghai hums to the tune of debauchery. There's a blood feud between the Scarlet Gang and the White Flowers. The heir of the Scarlet Gang is 18-year-old Juliet Kai. She's a former flapper girl. And then the heir of the White Flowers is Roma Montagove. And Juliet was his first love until he betrayed her, and blah blah blah. Romeo and Juliet, we know the story, so I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. I definitely was gonna put this on my TBR for December, but I decided to wait, so probably I'll read it in January. Probably, we'll see. but I love it. And to show you guys, the book of the month logo is here on the corner. It is usually on the spine, but it's not. It is on the back, however. And the hardcover looks like this, dual tone black and red with gold. It says book of the month here. And yeah, that's different. I don't know if it's like that for the other books. I'm gonna have to check. That's different. But the second book I have is going to be Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. And I got this because I read Home Before Dark by him, and I really did enjoy that book. It was really interesting. So I definitely wanted to pick up his other books since they are on Book of the Month to read. So I'll be picking up one every month. And yeah, I decided to get Lock Every Door. Honestly, what got me is this cover. I've heard many mixed reviews about all of his books, and because I'm not big on the thriller, horror, suspense genre, I just decided to just get them all and call it a day. So yeah, Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, and all I know is that this girl she works as like a homesteader or something like that. Yeah, she's a apartment sitter at Bartholomew in one of Manhattan's most glamorous secretive buildings, and she can have no visitors, no night spent away from the apartment, no disturbing the other residents, all of whom are rich or famous or both. And some creepy stuff happens, so I'm interested in reading it because I read Home Before Dark and it was really good. But yeah, book of the month, the logo is on the top, the spine here on the back. This one was their July 2019 pick, and then the book itself is going to be burgundy and black, and book of the month logo on the spine there. So there definitely is a difference between how they're printing their book of the month books now, because they don't have them on the spines. I've noticed that for some of my book of the month books, they don't have them like the logo on the spine, which is interesting, but nonetheless. So that is a suspense thriller mystery. I don't even know what the genre is for this book. It's one of those. The correct genre is on the screen, so we have that. The next one is going to be historical fiction / fantasy. I feel like it's historical fantasy, but I'm not sure how big the fantasy elements are in this book. And this one is actually an April 2020 pick, and I wanted this book when it first came out, and then I opted for other books. But I saw that they still had it, and I definitely wanted to get it because I've heard some great things about this already, and it really sounds interesting. So it's The Library of Legends by Janie Chung. Janie Chung? I think it says Janie Chung. And the cover is gorgeous to me. I absolutely love the cover. But yeah, this is historical fiction. It is set in China 1937 when Japanese bombs begin falling on the city of Nanking, I think. It says 19-year-old Hu Lian and her classmates at Mingyao University are ordered to flee. They must walk thousands of miles to safety, and their journey is marred by constant threat of aerial attacks, and they are also carrying 500-year collections of myths and folklore known as the Library of Legends. So yeah, and I believe with the myths and legends, they actually come to life like in the real world or something along those lines. I've heard so many great things about this. It sounds interesting, and I'm here for it. So yeah, you have the book of the month logo here on the top, on the spine, on the back with the heart. And then the book itself is going to be this gorgeous blue and sort of like plum color. The book of the month logo there, and it is also on the spine. So those were my 3 picks for the month of November. I am excited. I have a YA, I have 2 adults, but I'm excited for these, and I can't wait to read them and things like that. So that is pretty much it for this unboxing. I'm excited for these. I can finally put these on my shelf because I had them in the box for like a week or 2. But yeah, I'm ready to put these on my shelf. And I think that's it for this video. So if you guys picked anything for book of the month for November, please let me know. Let me know if any suggestions, if you have any. Hopefully they have good books for December. If not, I'm gonna have to go with a favorite and then pick 2 back releases. But my fingers are crossed for some good releases for their December picks. But that is it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.